Now, let us start with the second feature, that is burger. So this will be like a challenge for you. What you have to do, same thing what we have done for pizza slice, you have to create file burgerslice.js, and inside that you have to repeat the same step. And then inside store.js, you have to pass the reducer, and inside index.js, you have to dispatch the action. So now take your time and do the steps by yourself. Once it is complete from your end, you can continue watching this video. Let's get started. I will select this burger folder. Inside this, I'm just going to create burgerslice.js. So here, first thing what we have to do, we have to import create slice is equal to require, and from where I have to get from Redux Toolkit package, and here I'm just going to mention create slice. Once I have imported, I just have to invoke this create slice, and whatever value I am getting, I'm just going to assign to the variable burger slice. And inside this create slice, I'm just going to pass object as its argument. Inside this object, I'm going to specify three properties. First, name of the slice, I will give burger. Separate by comma, then I have to specify initial state. So here above this, I'm just going to create initial state, and inside this, I'm just going to give burger buns. And by default, I will give the value 200. And in Redux, if you remember, for different reducer, we have given different variable name for initial state. But in Redux Toolkit, you don't have to do, because for each and every feature, we are going to write the logic in separate files. Then finally, inside this create slice, I will be mentioning this reducers. And again here, I will be passing this object. Then here, inside this, I will write burger order. This is nothing but a function. Inside this, I will be passing state and action. But action, as of now, I do not need. So only I am going to pass state. I am just going to specify my reducer. But using this create slice, what we are doing, we are actually defining the action creator. And using this slice name and the action creator, we are just defining the action type. Inside this, directly, I'm just going to mutate my state. Each and every time when this action is dispatched, I'm just going to decrease the burger buns by 1. Once it is done, once this slice is complete, below this, I just have to export this reducer. So here, I will write module.exports is equal to, from this burger slice, I just want to access this reducer. Here, do not get confused why we are writing reducers and why we are writing reducer here, because this is the property where we can define multiple reducers. And here, this is the reducer which is returned from this create slice. Here I will write correct spelling. Then I'm just going to do module.exports. Now I'm going to do name export. So here I will write burger actions is equal to, from this burger slice, I just want to export this actions. Once exporting is done, I will come to store.js. Inside this, I'm just going to define this reducer. I will give the key as burger, and then I'm just going to give burger reducer. Once I'm using this burger reducer, I have to import that burger reducer. So below this, I'm just going to write burger reducer is equal to require, and from which file I have to access. Inside this features, I am having burger folder. Inside that, I am having burger slice. And if you notice, after this, I am not writing dot pizza reducer and dot burger reducer. Why? Because we have done default export of these reducers. And here, if you notice, directly inside this reducer, I can specify multiple reducers from different features. I don't have to use combined reducer which we have used in our classic Redux. So everything will be done automatically by using this configure store. Once we have just included our reducer, next step I will come inside this index.js. Below this, I'm just going to dispatch the action. I will write store.dispatch. Inside this, I'm just going to write burger actions. As soon as I hit enter, burger action is being imported. And from here, I just have to access this burger order. And now if you see for named export, you can also import in this way. Instead of writing .pizza action, this entire thing you can wrap inside this curly braces. Okay, I have shown you two ways of importing. So this is the first way. Instead of wrapping inside this curly braces, I am just accessing this pizza action. But if you do not want to do this extra step, you can only wrap this entire name inside this curly braces. Now two times I'm just going to dispatch this burger order, and pizza order also I'm just going to dispatch two times. I will open terminal. I will run this. Now you can see initial state. Now I am having pizza base as well as I am having burger buns. First time I have dispatched pizza order. So pizza is reduced by 1. Burger remains same. Again I have dispatched pizza. Pizza is reduced by 1. Burger remains same. Then I have dispatched burger. Pizza remains same. Burger is reduced by 1. Then again I have dispatched burger. Burger is reduced by 1 and pizza remains same. This is how we are going to write the code in Redux Toolkit. By seeing this, you can imagine how we have improvised the Redux code and how we have reduced multiple lines of code. So inside this single slides itself, we are just defining entire action creator, action type reduces, entire thing inside this single slice. Once it is done, we are just passing the reducer inside the store. And finally, inside this index.js, we are dispatching the action. Based on the action dispatched, our store will be updated, and inside that, whatever state we are having, that will be updated. So this is the reason I already mentioned you. First, you should have clear understanding of Redux to understand this complete structure of the code.